Monster Hunter Wilds just came out and it is garnering massive acclaim. It is single-handedly repairing the Japanese economy thanks to its over 7 zillion units sold. Birth rates across the globe are skyrocketing. It's the best game ever, said IGN. I sold my extra liver to cover the cost of the pre-order, said I Miss My Kids 420. It's a solid entry into the Monster Hunter universe and nobody disagrees, but I already stopped playing it. Why? Because I didn't even buy it. Okay, sorry. I know what I did, but if heads of state can get away with a rug pull, then so can I. And this video will seem like a negative, high on a horse pontification at first, but stick around until the end. I'm not trying to change your opinion, I'm just trying to add to it. I'm blasting this out there into the void to voice my opinion, and that's all this video is, my opinion. Why haven't I bought the game yet? Well, I definitely want to. I see a lot of my friends out there having a good time with it. I played a ton of Worlds, and I absolutely loved Rise, but something is nagging at me. And it's nagging at me hard. Something I just can't do. Something that simply isn't jiving with my turkey anymore. I'm so sick of hype, and I'm so sick of FOMO. I know this is not a hot take. I know there are legions of people just like me, at least a couple dozen. r/patient gamers over on Reddit is our mecca, and all 57 of us shuffle around it every day in the desert heat. I point my prayer mat towards the discount bin in the electronics section at Walmart every day at sunrise and sunset. I wish list games, and I wait patiently for them to hit that golden, beautiful price of $20. Sometimes they get as low as $15, which means I get to feed my kids that day, instead of dropping $80 on a game and feeding them fried little bits of the instruction manual. And let me tell you, those manuals barely exist anymore. We're lucky if we get a page warning us not to have seizures. Within the last year, something alighted in me. A dormant thing that was always there, but I never quite acknowledged. I'm a cheapskate, man. I'm a penny pincher. But above that, I'm patient. And boys and girls, shit is getting expensive. I don't even need to mention the current state of pre-orders. Sweet mother of God, remember when pre-orders had a purpose? And I don't mean getting a wearable Master Chief codpiece or like a commemorative vinyl duffel bag. I'm talking about before games were digital. Back when your local game store would only get a certain amount of copies at release, and you had to be sure you'd be able to secure a copy. This, obviously, was still a bait to trap you into paying as much as possible for a product before it gets hit by the price gun for a third or fourth time. And this was before games at large had online multiplayer, which is justifiably the only reason to buy a current game on release because 80% of them nowadays get shut down within the first year. With all of this what can only be called shovelware, the amount of lost media going into the future is going to be staggering. Maybe not, though. There are so many archival resources now, and the people who archive take it very seriously. Lots of respect to those guys and girls out there putting in that work. But I just don't think the landscape will ever be the same. The fear of missing out is so rampant and works on so many people. And it's not just in the video game world. This is a tale as old as consumerism. McDonald's has a limited run of Pokemon cards, record sales. Kohl's has a decorative King Rat statue that was originally $9,000 and has been marked down to only $300. And I have Kohl's Cash. I gotta get it before my Kohl's Cash expires. It's such a dirty trick that plays on people's collective need to fit in, to try and find that puzzle piece that will complete their scrambled mess of a persona and make all the other pieces stay in place. I am Jack's exclusive title that I will equip that nobody will acknowledge. I am Jack's golden revolver that has stats worse than the weapons I'll get after 3 hours of playtime. And I haven't even started in on hype. Holy season passes, I'm tired of that word. Yes, I get very excited about stuff. You can probably hear it in my voice now, but hype just implies a beguiled sense of dopamine-encrusted woo-woo, like the upcoming 4th remake of a title that's been re-released and remade and refounded and restructured and remastered is gonna somehow save the human race. This time it'll work. This time I won't be depressed anymore. These games just keep coming out and people keep getting hyped on them, and after 10 hours it's on to the next week's hot new release. I'm living in it now. The new season of World of Warcraft just dropped and players are going nuts over it. It's totally good, but people keep saying,
Oh, Blizzard cooked, you guys. Blizzard cooked.
I swear to God, this happens every time there's a new season drop. Some of our members come back for the new raid, all jazzed up on seeing the new content, and after we clear the raid the first time, they vanish until next season, all the while expounding how amped they are to be back. Everyone polishes Blizzard's Frostmourne until it's thawed out, and then after 3 weeks we're out of new content, and there's another 6 months of doing the same thing while some of us grind patiently for the next season or expansion to come out, and have to read people in trade talk about how it's a dead game, already tired of the grind they knew was going to happen and how they don't want to be around anymore.
I don't even want to be around anymore.
What?
And I love World of Warcraft. I really do think this current season is really good, but I've loved every season of WoW I've played. I enjoy the repetitive challenge of pushing raid difficulties and trying to better myself. Enjoyment is always self-found and self-imposed. And I don't even want to get started on how games are releasing in unfinished states. How long is this going to keep going on? How long are we going to keep buying games on release when they're not even fucking done yet, you guys? And sometimes it's not even technically undone. Sometimes it's like a planned unfinished state. Just going back to Monster Hunter, it's the same thing. Like, I know in 6 months there's going to be an expansion pack out for it, or a brand new update that's going to introduce a bunch of new monsters. And it's like, why should I play it now when I could just play it later and it'll be better? So instead, I've tried revisiting my catalog, revisiting older games, revisiting what I find fun. I am so excited for Kingdom Come 2 to reach that golden price of $20-ish. Right around its release, I reinstalled Kingdom Come 1 to play through it again, and I had so much fun. It got me more excited to see the story fold out through number 2, and I earnestly cannot wait. And I know, thanks to the reviews that came in, another fantastic reason to wait to buy a game because we are literally drowning in game journalism, that I'm going to be massively rewarded for being just a little more patient. That's the other thing. These modern games are announced so far in advance that after waiting 2 years for it to actually release, I can wait another 6 months after the fact to save some money. I mean, have you seen the price of eggs recently? And look, I am aware that I could die in a car crash tomorrow and never lay my hands on Kingdom Come 2. Never get to embrace another bath wench, never eat from another pot of stew. But that razor's edge of uncertainty permeates all life, and it's important to maintain your balance with those kind of things. Recently, I've done the same thing with Monster Hunter, which was the inspiration for this video. I went back to Rise as I felt I just didn't see all there was to see in the game, and All the Wilds talk gave me the itch to smash some dragons with a big hammer. And let me tell you, it is paying off. It's so much fun, and after not playing it for a few years, it feels like a brand new game to me. I love how this one really kind of dumps you right in, gives you hunts almost immediately. It's so large on atmosphere too. The setting, soundtrack, overall design and characters just tickles my inner weeb better than a Faye Valentine body pillow. And I know, I'm saying all this stuff because I completely get it, you guys. I know what it's like to be a human and be excited for things. I'm not telling you to not buy that game on release if you really want it. I know what it's like to feel that that one thing is gonna fix me. Surely, this expansion pack will be the thing that fixes my anxiety. Definitely, this new piece of gear will make me better at the game. Absolutely. This new game that I've been waiting 5 years for is gonna make my friends like me again. I understand. And I'm a victim of myself as well. But sometimes, I try really hard to be a little introspective and a little scrutinous. It's hard for me. I'm a positive person. It's hard for me to look inward and find things that are wrong with not only the things that surround me, but myself. And not to mention, delayed gratification is one of the greatest feelings in the world, in my opinion. Patience is a strong tactic to employ, in real life or otherwise. In battle, sometimes waiting for your enemy to make a mistake is all it takes to win. And in life, sometimes taking things slowly affords you the absence of your own mistakes, along with giving you time to really take things in and appreciate them. Holy shit though, is anybody else fucking hyped for MGS Delta? Have you seen all the fucking sick ass camos you get when you pre-order? I can't fucking wait, dude. This game's gonna change the landscape of remakes for sure.